I believe we are ready now. I'm gonna double check, make sure everything's looking good real quick. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Looks like we're about to get ads on Twitch, so I'm gonna wait a moment. Here. But everything so far looks good. Issues with my ear. Okay. Yeah, it looks like everything looks good. I don't see any issues. I'm gonna wait for those bloody ads to end. I mean, I wish I could disable them entirely, but I completely haven't figured out how to do that. I would like to start off the stream strong before we get into the recording and do a 10 pull, but I have not managed to pull Sora, and as you can see, guys, I'm completely out of advanced recruit vouchers, and I need to save my gems for the Nikke summer event that is about to drop, because as you can see, I'm down from 20,000 to 5,000. I had like 70 pulls worth of gems, and including what I got from the free pulls from this event, and I am out. I didn't get Sora. I have 17 pulls available for this banner, but I want to wait till Sora enters the wish list so I can wish list Sora and have a chance to get Sora, because I want Sora, because fuck, she's fine. She's a fine ass waifu, but okay, I got an issue sorted out there. Oh, it's sign-in time. I forget it's sign-in time. Let's see what I get today. Profile packs. Come on, y'all can do better.
Sexy, perhaps?
Clear out my mail. Okay. I wish I could completely disable ads on Twitch for these streams specifically, because it's not like I'm making that much money from ad revenue, not with it down being like, what, 15 to 20% of what it was last year, but is what it is. So I don't think I have any upgrades to do.
Sexy, perhaps?
Now we can get full on into the deep dive and the recording bit now that we're ready today, because before I start recording, I'm gonna point out we're going over the Horizon event. We're going over the Horizon event. And we got a lot to cover. I honestly didn't think it was going to be main story relevant until about the third cutscene, and I was like, hold up. It's actually kind of relevant. And then at the very end, there's kind of a bombshell drop that's just very casual.
I think I can do it.
That I learned like of quite literally 2 days ago, and I was like, okay, fuck. I absolutely have to cover this. I have this weekend fairly free. We're gonna schedule a stream and then we're gonna do it because I need to. Like it's about the event's about to end. We gotta cover it. We gotta cover it while we can because it's content, and we gotta make I said I would cover every main story relevant event, even if it's only like somewhat relevant. This one is more relevant than I thought it would be, which completely warrants me covering it. So without further ado, we'll get right on in and I'll start recording and we'll go into the dive. So let me get over to the right scene here. Okay, so I have a script for you know, professional, and I'm writing scripts for these now. So is there anything I need to cover beforehand or cover that I haven't put in the script? I'm gonna give me a moment to think about this. I've spent like 6 hours working on this script, making sure I've covered it, making sure I cover everything for this video. Okay, so we have. Let me refer to the baseline. Okay. And yes, okay, I do have that included. Okay. And I know I've said this a few times and I've also like tweeted about it. I've also put it in my bio and abouts, as I have recently become a partner with Dubby. We will go over that in the video. That will be part of the intro. I'm not gonna boast about it every video, but I am going to every other video, every 3 videos, I'm going to talk about it and bring it back up. Okay, so let me collect myself. Let me get ready. Okay. Sure, stare into your soul. I'm gonna stare into your soul, chat, when I do this intro, okay? Yes, that's something I need to add. Nope. I covered that at the end. Okay. So I don't need to say it in the intro. There we go. Welcome back for Nikke Lore Deep Dive number 13. Today we will be rewatching and providing lore context for the Over the Horizon event story that has recently come out. This video will go over said event as we tie it into the main story timeline alongside other events and the main story chapters. This event revolves around the Over the Horizon Squad, which is a military transportation and search-oriented Nikke squad that specializes in military and aircraft handling and piloting. Given a rough estimate, as I've done a little bit of research on this, this story happens at minimum a week to 3 weeks after the conclusion of the main campaign, chapter 26, as well as the events of the Last Kingdom's event story. After Nihilisters' invasion and stuff has been fully handled and after we've gotten Rappy back. This event story concludes roughly before the events of the Arcane Archive event story, as well as sometime before the events of chapters 27 through 34, which follow behind the Arcane Archive story. Now, on a side note, let's take a moment to thank WGG for sponsoring me, as I have been partnered with them for a little while now. I've mentioned it a few times. They recently dropped a new Japanese yuzu flavor, which you can get for 10% off by using my code, ICAROS, at checkout or through the link in my About section or in my panels. Now, without further ado, let's dive right on in and have some fun going over this story. So here's the event that we will be covering today. Over the Horizon. I'll give a sec. I need to make sure I got this. Okay. Oh no, Captain. Not like that. Your seatbelt is all wrong. Sora reaches out her hand and clicks my seatbelt. After it clicks perfectly into place, to make it tight, you gotta pull it. It's not exactly comfortable. Oh, I'm sorry. Does it hurt? Here, let me loosen it up a little. God, I love her smile. Sora reaches out her hand again. Hey, quit being so handsy with the commander, would you? Are you alright, Commander? I heard you cry out in pain just now. Huh? What are you all doing here? Your assigned seats are in another area. Who gives a flying crap about assigned seats right now? Yeah, exactly. We want to sit beside Master 2. Is everything okay, Commander? I'm fine. I'm just a little tired, that's all. I'm in a fine mess at the moment. It all started a week ago with the sudden arrival of an official document. So, flashback time. 1 week ago. Flight training? Yes. It doesn't happen often, but on rare occasions, specialized missions, large-scale surface reclamation ops, urgent emergency support for other squads, we need to travel using transport aircraft. To prepare for these situations, the central government has the Over-the-Horizon Squad provide basic flight theory lessons and in-flight safety training. Looks like we've been selected for it this time. It's far from the most common mode of transportation, but we might end up having to take to the skies in an emergency. So there's no harm in beefing up our knowledge beforehand. I believe you've gone through this training before, haven't you, Commander? I have. Oh yeah, Rappy is right. Come to think of it, you've been on a transport plane before, right? Yeah, that didn't go too well. Though it didn't exactly end well. Yeah. Huh? Did something happen? Neon doesn't know because she wasn't with us at the time. She wasn't a member of the squad. It's a long story. I'll tell you some other time. Oh. Do you remember anything from your training then? For some odd reason, I can't clearly remember anything from before that day. Because for some reason, we don't know why, for lore reasons, we don't know why, but we don't really have many memories from before the crash, before our military academy days. We don't really remember hardly anything about our past before the events of the main campaign. Weirdly. Oh. Well, this is the perfect opportunity to relearn it. That's right. Our class will also include practical training, such as the emergency formations we can utilize inside the aircraft. So there should be new material even for someone like yourself who's been through this before. When does the training start? In 1 week. 1 week, huh? I hope it's fun. 1 week later. She's fine. Welcome, Counter Squad. So happy you're here for flight training. Wowzers. Woohoo! I mean, I would like to. Stay on topic, damn it. Whoa. Holy moly! Yeah, those honkers. Stay on topic. Sorry, chat. Wow, you're so enthusiastic. Never seen anyone react like this before. I'm totally touched. Are you crying? That was enough to get the waterworks started? She must be really emotional. Apparently so. And I'm glad you're so happy. But how about taking a moment to introduce yourself? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I can't believe I did that. Hi everyone, I'm Cielo from Over the Horizon Squad. I'm Sora, a fellow crew member, and... Oh wow, look who it is! Fancy seeing you here, Captain. So you're finally here for training. Sora? Hey, it's been a while, Captain. I've been thinking about those wonderful days we had together. And eagerly waiting for the day we'd meet again. Somebody's jealous. So Sora, what do you mean by that? We share a very special memory that only we know about, right, Captain? Yeah, that's right. Somehow I've got a feeling that today is going to be a long day. Me too. Somebody jealous. Somebody jelly. Why? What's going on? Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. Yeah, Neon. Stay blissfully ignorant, you fucking ditz. You just, mind your own business in your pretty little world there, Neon. I'm a bit curious myself. What are you all doing standing in the hallway? Oh, Sky! Well, you see, Sora... Save it for later. It's time for training. Already? Sorry, Sky, I got so excited seeing the captain that I completely lost track of time and kept chatting away. Hello, passengers, I'm Sky, leader of the Over the Horizon Squad and a pilot. It's time for your training, so shall we all head inside? Alright. Let's go, Commander. Okay. Sora, please show them the way. Alrighty. Now then, shall we have our lovely passengers come in one by one? God, I love Sora's default stance. Okay.
I love the song. Astronaut Airlines. Ooh, baby, I just wanna fly me to the moon. Yeah, shoot my child in the eye. Green, I wanna see. I just think so.
Following Sora's lead, we entered the classroom. Cielo and Sky stand at the front, ready to begin the flight theory lesson. While the Over-the-Horizon Squad is responsible for aerial combat, there's actually a secret mission that we've been assigned that no one knows about. Curious? Want to hear more? There's a reason she's telling us. It's because we're the Special Commando Unit. We're privy to information only higher-ups are allowed to know. Sora, why are you sitting with us? Because I want to be close to you. Uh-huh. Damn, Rappy getting jealous. And I love Anisha's glare. Ahem. Hey everyone, you're all listening, right? Yeah, we're listening. Yes, teacher. Teacher? Such touching words. Cielo, please, you're in public. Oh, alright. Ahem. To continue, our ultimate goal is to find the legendary aircraft. Legendary aircraft? Yeah, it's an aircraft that was used in the first Rapture invasion, and it's called Wings of Victory. Okay, before we continue this cutscene, we need to go on a little bit of a tangent, now that Wings of Victory is mentioned. There's a little important thing we need to go over here. So I'm going to show an image here. I'm going to disable the music, game audio, so we can go over this in detail. This image here. This is from the Red Ash event. This aircraft that was the game field on the Red Ash event was the Wings of Victory. So let me go on a little tangent here to explain. So for those who don't know and haven't seen my other videos or my other streams, the Wings of Victory was a legendary airship that the Goddess Squad was deployed on in the first Rapture invasion, and they used it to travel across vast stretches of land and air to complete their operations, as they were almost exclusively the only squad who were able to eke out wins for humanity. As we can see from the image, it is a giant aircraft that also doubles as a carrier for smaller combat aircraft. It was generally the only aircraft capable of completing the majority of its missions, as it was the only aircraft capable of going up against larger airborne raptors such as Stormbringer and Mother Whale. That could virtually, as those two raptors variants could virtually decimate entire air fleets on their own. It could resupply and deploy its own fighter aircraft while also being fully armed with many turrets, as well as a particle cannon that you can see at the top of the image right up here to the left that I'm pointing at here. That particle cannon is huge. That particle cannon was also the model for the Aegis cannon that the Aegis Squad uses on the Admire. This cannon is one of the sole reasons it could contend with raptors such as Stormbringer and Mother Whale, as it had enough firepower to inflict crippling, if not fatal damage upon these other large airborne threats. So it is a monumental aircraft that was honestly instrumental to the Goddess Squad and instrumental to humanity in the first Rapture invasion. For various reasons that I've just outlined. Wings of Victory? Cool name. Yeah, super cool. Right? I see that you all have good taste. I've always felt the same way. But right now, we're not able to take on missions to find that, sadly. Why is that? Isn't an aerial search way easier than searching from the ground? Well, that's because of the Tyrant class Rapture Stormbringer. Going up against it with just a transport ship is basically a suicide mission. Unless it is a huge, fully armed airship like Wings of Victory that was used in the past, there is almost no chance of winning. That's why flight missions are usually limited to areas without anti-air weaponry. And even then, flight time is capped at around an hour max. At higher speeds, the engine noise gets too loud to hide, so we can't move as fast as we would like. Basically, proper search missions have become impossible. I see. So right now, our squad's main job is to provide support for resource gathering squads. We help make sure that all the stuff they find gets safely transported back without any trouble. That's still pretty darn cool. Wow, today I've heard so many things for the first time. I'm really happy that there are people who appreciate what we do. Lately, there have been cases where the amount of resources found on the surface and the amount that actually arrives at the Ark after inspection don't match up. And that's been really upsetting me. So the resources that are initially being found aren't all showing up at the Ark? Yeah, that's right. Like I said earlier, since our flight time is limited, we don't really have enough time on the surface to get an exact count of the resources. So there are sometimes tiny differences like a missing item or two. This time was pretty much the same. But the thing is, the gatherers actually confirmed that all the stuff they found was there and accounted for. Huh? But why would that be a problem? Isn't it a good thing that nothing was stolen? Put simply, the problem is that unknown items have made it into the Ark and are now unaccounted for. Smuggling, you mean? Exactly. That's how the suspicion that there might be smugglers started to grow. Because of that, inspections were tightened up. And all the supplies we brought in this time got piled up in G12. It really upsets me. But honestly, now that you're all here, all that gloomy feeling just seems to vanish all at once. Cielo, could you please brief everyone on the other mission as well? Oh my, where's my head today? Besides that, we also handle large-scale surface reclamation missions, rush out to support in emergency special situations, and sometimes airlifting large numbers of personnel. This is all to say that there may well be times when you require help from us. And that's precisely what this training is meant for. Understood. On that note, let me go into more detail. Cielo begins explaining proper conduct during aerial operations. I can feel someone's eyes burning in the back of my head. I turn my head towards where it's coming from. My eyes meet Sora's. Huh? Sora shakes her head as if telling me there's nothing to worry about. I look ahead again. Huh? Once again, I feel eyes on me. I turn my head where it's coming from. Sora silently mouths to me. Captain. Hey, yo. She's sending smooches over. Uh-huh. I quickly turn back around. Hee. Hey, what's the big idea? Flirting with the commander. Sorry, what do you mean? Somebody's jealous. I was just admiring how handsome the captain is. You could at least try listening during the lesson, you know. I already know all this stuff. Just be quiet and listen, will you? Settle down, everyone. Oh, what a mess. Cielo. Yes. Let's move on. Yeah, I think that would be for the best as well. What's next? Alright. Now then, everyone, we're going to head off to the practical training. But, is it okay if we move now? Okay. Okay, please follow me. We moved to the simulation room for practical training, which has been designed to mimic the interior of a transport aircraft. Oh no, Captain. Here's the moment from before in the first cutscene. Not like that. Your seatbelt is all wrong. Sora reaches out her hand. After it fits perfectly into place, to make it tight, you gotta pull it. It's not exactly comfortable. Oh, I'm sorry. Does it hurt? Here, let me loosen it up a little. Sora reaches out her hand again. Hey, quit being so handsy with the commander, would you? Are you alright, Commander? I heard you cry out in pain just now. Huh? What are you all doing here? Your assigned seats are in another area. Who gives a flying crap about assigned seats right now? Yeah, exactly. We want to sit beside Master too. Is everything okay, Commander? I'm fine. I'm just a little tired, that's all. It's in the situation room where I find myself in my current predicament. Psst. Cielo, Sora, have the passengers been seated? Well, we directed them to their seats, but... Sora raises both her hands. Okay, I get it. Everyone, can we please settle down and take our assigned seats? Let's go, Anise. Don't you try any funny business, you hear me? I wouldn't dream of it. See, look at that face. Totally not mischievous whatsoever. And he storms off in a huff. I have to admit that's fun getting a rise out of them. You shouldn't tease them so much. I wouldn't dare. Passengers ought to be treated with the utmost respect. But I wasn't just teasing you, okay? I really am a Nikke assigned to protect the captain on this flight, you know. So, you'll be sticking close to me for the whole trip. Got it. Have you ever flown in a transport aircraft before? Yeah, I have. Oh, really? What kind of aircraft was it? I'm jealous that your first time was with someone else. Woman, phrasing! Phrasing, please. It was during my first mission. But it didn't end well, though. It didn't? Cielo, Sora, are you ready? It's time to depart. Oh dear, what a shame, we're out of time. Hey, I'll save this precious little story for later. Sure. Now then. Ready when you are, Sky. Roger that. Attention all passengers. Today's flight simulation will cover what you should do when you encounter turbulence. Ensure you're in for some headbanging. Oh, look at that smug face. You might end up blowing chunks, but that's not my problem. You can spew all you want, but I have no intention of stopping this flight for anything. If you feel like you're gonna die, grab a nearby crew member and ask her to knock you out. What in the world? She got a little wild, huh? Sky tends to get that way whenever she's behind the wheel. That means, yeah, she flies like a total lunatic, too. Oh, shit. So you better buckle up. Oh, shit. With a loud roar, the aircraft's interior begins to shake. Let's get this bird off the ground. Oh, fuck. And what we meant by the first time didn't go well. Yeah. Obviously, our first time when an aircraft didn't go well, because that was at the beginning of the prologue chapter of the story. We crashed and almost died. Of course it didn't fucking go well. Electric guitars blast like they'll burst your eardrums. Drums pound relentlessly against your chest. High-pitched vocals make you want to shake your head right now. The music feels like it's piercing through your heart and brain. Why the hell is she blasting rock music at a time like this? Ow, my ears feel like they're gonna burst. Cielo, are you sure this is standard procedure? It is, but Sky seems especially excitable today. Everyone's shouting echoes throughout the cabin. So this is what training's like. Looks like everyone's having a great time. That's right. I knew you'd have a good time with us. How's everyone digging the tunes? Let those pulse-pounding rhythms light a fire under your booty and ignite a burning desire to reach the sky. You all ready to rock and roll? Yeah, don't speak for me. Stop this madness this instant. I don't take any complaints. Anyone who doesn't vibe with the majesty of rock can go kick rocks. What the? Alright, the wait is over. Next up on the set list, we have Rapture Attack. Rapture it! The inside of the aircraft begins to shake violently. Ah! All passengers, please remain in your seats. Secure your safety harnesses. This doesn't make sense, Commander. Okay? Fire. Recharge. Huh? Something's not right. Everyone's voices are starting to sound muffled. And it's getting harder to breathe. What's going on? Huh? Captain, why is your breathing? My vision is getting blurrier. And I feel dizzy. I feel nauseous. Nauseous. Sora unbuckles her seatbelt, kneels in front of me, and looks into my eyes. You're breaking out in cold sweat. Did the same thing happen last time you were in the air? I don't know. I don't have any memories before the crash. Crash? So that's what you meant when you said things didn't end well. Yeah. You must have trauma. The longer this goes on, the heavier my chest feels. Breathe, Captain. Follow me, okay? I can't do it. Alright then, I don't have much choice. Sora pulls a blanket out from under the seat. Excuse me for a moment. My vision goes dark, then on my lips. Hey, yo! Another pair of lips pressed against mine. okay? Don't freak out. Just think of it as treatment and focus on the air I'm passing to you, okay? Did I nod my head? Okay, one more time. Breathe in now, a little more. I take in the air, so it passes me and slowly steady my breathing. Yeah, nothing to distract a guy from trauma, like giving him French kisses right in the middle of fucking trauma attack. Great distraction, Sora. I approve. Okay, I'm sorry. There we go. You seem to have calmed down a little. The blanket lifts. Now, why don't you be a big boy and try taking this? Sora holds out a pill. Oh my god! Neo, what the fuck? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. You're awesome, homie. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Let me tap over and give you a shout out real quick. You're awesome. You're awesome. Everyone go follow Neo next. He's awesome. Okay, Sora holds out a pill. What's this? A pill that's easy to swallow. So, for those of you all new here, we are doing our 13th Nikke Lore Deep Dive, and we're also recording the YouTube and Kick. Say hi to them, everybody. We're going over the Over the Horizon event. See ya, Neo. Get some rest. We're going over the Over the Horizon event and tying it into the rest of the story, as well as providing commentary and context to the rest of the lore of the game. A pill that's easy to swallow. You'll feel a little better after taking it. I get that medicine can be a little off-putting, but trust me, I would never hurt you, Captain. Okay. I take the pill from Sora. There we go. What a good patient you are. Thanks. You're welcome. As the medicine takes effect, we talk about a while before we're waiting for the medicine to kick in. Now then, what should we talk about while we wait for the medicine to kick in? How about we take this time to get to know each other a little better? Sure. What's your favorite food? I like pretty much everything. Oh yeah, same with me. Food is a precious commodity, so why be picky? That'd just be such a waste. My vision starts to blur more and more. Right. I feel a little sleepy. That means the medicine's working. When your body and mind are exhausted, there's nothing better than sleep. Yeah? I can barely keep my eyelids open. Looks like the medicine's working just fine. Alrighty then. So it covers me with a blanket. Sleep well. I let the drug take over and close my eyes. I'm sorry. I went a little crazier than usual up there and ended up sending you to the infirmary. It's okay, that's what the training was for, right? I suppose, but still, don't worry. And thanks for the music. Huh? Helped me stay relaxed and enjoyed the training. Really? You're welcome. Wow. You captured Sky's heart so easily. That's enough, Sora. Okay. I won't tease you anymore. But Sky, you still gotta file up that follow-up report, you know? Alright. You did good out there, Captain. Sky rushes out of the infirmary. Well, would you look at that? She actually called you Captain. She must really like you. Glad to hear that. Any more rivals, I'd be in real trouble. But I guess it's fine since we'll just have one more thing in common, right? Thanks for earlier. What about it? You gave me a sleeping pill, remember? Oh, that. I was just doing my job. Thank you all the same. I appreciate you taking care of me. You're gonna make me go soft at this rate. What did you say? Nothing. Let's see. Sora reaches out and touches my forehead. Your fever's gone, you're looking a little better now. Do you feel ready to get up, or do you want to rest a little bit longer? I'll rest a little more. Okay. You should rest when you can. Well, I'll get going and leave you be. Sora leaves the infirmary. I'll just rest a little more. I'll look at my phone. Sora? Things are starting to get interesting. I receive a message from Sora. Don't forget that we're meeting up today. I've prepared a whole bunch of the products you asked for. It looks like she has sent this to the wrong person. I should tell her. You have no idea how hard it was sneaking this stuff in. Things didn't go smoothly this time, so inspections are way tighter. It's getting harder and harder to bring stuff through recently. So, don't be late. 6 o'clock. G15. Got it? I'll be waiting at the meeting spot. Getting interesting. Bringing stuff in? What does that mean? Flashback time. But the thing is, the gatherers actually confirmed that there's all the stuff they found was there and accounted for. Huh? But why would that be a problem? Isn't it a good thing that nothing was stolen? Put simply, the problem is that unknown items have made it into the Ark and are now unaccounted for. Smuggling, you mean? Exactly, that's how the suspicion that there might be smugglers started to grow. Because of that, inspections were tightened up. And all the supplies we brought in this time got stockpiled up in G12. It really upsets me. That must mean... I read the messages again. Sora is... the smuggler? I get that medicine can be a little off-putting, but trust me, I would never hurt you, Captain. I can't jump to conclusions yet. I get up and read the messages again. 6 o'clock, G15. Wherever this G15 is, I need to go and check it out. I step out of the infirmary. It's starting to get interesting. I stand absent-mindedly in front of the map posted in the corridor. The only thing is, where is G15? No matter how hard I look, there doesn't seem to be any place labeled G15. No, there's no G12 that CLO mentioned earlier either. Is it some kind of abbreviation? I look closely at the map again. Maintenance rooms numbered 1 through 10 are lined up along the right side of the building, with storage rooms 1 through 6 placed in between them. The simulation room we trained in, the lecture hall we took classes in, and the infirmary I'm in are now all to the left side under what's labeled as the residential area. I don't see anything related to 12 through 15 either. I lift my phone and check the clock again. 5:20 p.m. There's not enough time to search this entire place. I need to figure something out. I stare at my phone. Maybe I should ask someone. But that would mean telling them everything about Sora. I put my phone away. No, I can't do that. I need to keep looking. Sora's coming. Hey, it's been a long time. Voices echo from down the opposite end of the corridor. I heard you were on a mission. I didn't expect you to be back so soon. Yeah, turns out it was a fairly short assignment. Plus, this time around, they're heading this way. I quickly ducked back into the infirmary. The voices grew closer and closer. I opened the door slightly and concentrated on the voices outside. So, all the stuff I brought back this time is stuck in G12? G12, where's that? Oh, right, you said you're fairly new here, right? G12 is storage room 2. It used to be maintenance room 12. So people who have been working here for a while still call it G12. Ah! Oh, I didn't know that. The voices fade away. Once I'm certain that they're gone, I step back out. If G12 is storage room 2, then G15... My eyes stop on a spot on the map. Must be here. Could that be... I see a door labeled storage room 5. Where G15 is? I lift my phone and check the time. 5:50 p.m. There's no time to check anywhere else. I'm going in. I cautiously step inside the storage room. Only darkness and silence fill the air. I slowly look around the storage room, but Sora is nowhere to be seen. I guess she's not here yet. Where can I hide? A pile of large boxes sit in the corner of the storage room. Behind them I see a gap, just small enough to wedge through. Could that work? I quickly hide behind the boxes. Where is he? I sense Sora slowly looking around inside the storage room. I guess he's not here yet. I should ask him where he is. Sora just sent me another message. Huh? What's that? I heard something. I frantically hide further behind the boxes. Maybe it's nothing. I quickly check my phone before Sora sends another message. Where are you? It's nearly time. Are you coming or not? Yeah. Does that mean you're coming or not? No, not coming. How strange. Your messages seem different than before. Shit. Sorry, I'm busy. Oh, are you now? I don't think I'll be able to make it. I see. Oh well, we'll have to reschedule. Make sure you show up next time, okay? Okay. I guess he's busy. Oh well, guess I'll meet him another time. Sora casually saunters off. Whoa! I slumped to the ground and recalled the message from earlier. We'll have to reschedule. It's starting to get interesting all day. It's starting to get interesting. I pick up my phone. It's been 3 days since I've come back from flight training, and I haven't received a single message from Sora. Something on your mind, Commander? Oh right, ever since we finished flight training, all you do is stare at your phone all day. And you just sigh all the time. Does it have anything to do with your trip to the infirmary? Come to think of it, I still don't feel 100% myself. The motion sickness on that flight was brutal. Oh please, wasn't it because you were headbanging like crazy from excitement? Knowing Neon, that tracks. Commander, are you still experiencing discomfort anywhere? No, I actually feel quite... Naturally, our phone goes off. I quickly look at my phone. How have you been? Still got a busy schedule? Are you free today? I think so. Then shall we meet outside today? I've been working all day without eating anything. I'm famished. Sure. Okay, how about 3 o'clock? I'll wait for you at the Cosmo Burger by the Flight Training Center. Sorry, I'm just gonna head out for a bit. I freeze in place. I can't go meeting her like this. Commander? What's wrong? Are you feeling sick? Maybe he's changed his mind and doesn't want to go out? I don't mean to be an inconvenience, but... Could you all help me disguise myself? Huh? You want us to do what? A disguise? That's right, so no one will recognize me. I mean, we are kind of easily recognizable. Everybody, it's time for Cosmo Taste. Welcome to Cosmo Burger. May I take your order? This is bad. Between the sunglasses wrap you gave me, the wide-brimmed hat and knees popped on my head, and what Neon popped on, and the high-collared trench coat I hurriedly threw on, I can't even see the menu! Do you need some help reading the menu, sir? Just give me whatever's most popular here. The Happier Meteor set is our most popular menu item. Would you like that? I hurriedly nod in agreement. Okay, we'll have that ready in just a moment. After that ordeal, I finally got my order and sat down, but no matter how long I waited, even after I finished half my burger, Sora still hasn't shown up. I checked the time on my phone. 3:02 p.m. Did I get the location wrong? Ah, Cosmo Burger. Sora walks into the restaurant. Everybody, it's time for Cosmo Taste. Welcome to Cosmo Burger. Hi there. Sora slowly looks around the restaurant. May I take your order? Oh, sorry. Sora looks at the menu. Can I have this, and that to go, please? Oh, and can I also get the set meal but packed separately? Sure, we can do that for you. Great, thanks. She's getting it to go. I'm at Cosmo Burger now. Where are you? Sorry, I'll be right there. Oh, have you eaten yet? Yeah, that's good to hear. I don't understand. If you've already eaten, shall we meet somewhere else? I have an errand to run. An errand? Once I'm done, I'll head to the park from before. See you at the park. There's no hurry, so take your time. The park from before. Your order is ready. Wow, thanks. Sora picks up the bags of food. La-di-da-di-da. She then takes some fries from the bag and starts to munch on. Nothing beats freshly fried fries. Have a nice day. Sora walks out. I can't lose her! After frantically shoving the rest of my burger in my mouth and throwing away the trash, I quickly follow Sora outside. After leaving Cosmo Burger, I'm relieved to find that Sora hasn't ventured too far. Sora takes a big bite out of her burger. This new burger is amazing. It's not greasy at all thanks to all this hot sauce. I bet the kids would love this. Sora starts to walk again. I begin secretly tailing Sora. Mom, look at what that man's wearing. You must be melting in this heat. Shh, it's better to stay away from people like that. I pull my hat down as far as it will go to hide my face and quicken my pace. Sora eventually arrives at the orphanage. Alright everyone, I brought you a little gift. Sora hands the bag of food to the children. Cosmo Burger! Yay! You're the best, Miss Sora! The children surround Sora. Miss Sora, where's that man from before? Oh, he's a little busy today, so we couldn't make it. I'll make sure that he comes along next time. Okay, can we fly airplanes again next time? Of course. Anyway, isn't it usually a bit more crowded in here? Where is everyone? Oh, they went to the park to play, not knowing that you'd be here today. Should I go get them? No, it's okay. I'll go there and meet them. Sora heads to the nearby park and begins playing with the other children there. Instead of airplanes today, how about we do something else? Yeah, okay. Watching her play with the children. It really gives me a sense of peace. Between that burger and all the walking I've done, I'm starting to feel a bit drowsy. This time I'm coming to catch you. This doesn't look like someone who's about to make a smuggling deal. I reread the text exchange I've had with Sora. I can't help but be suspicious given the content of these messages. But I also can't keep following her around like this forever. I'll put my phone away and stand up. This won't do. I should go and talk to Sora. Huh? You're late. I guess you're still really busy? No, I'm now... I guess I don't have any choice. I'll head over to find you this time. Huh? See you later. Alright kiddos, I have things to do, so I've gotta go. I'll see you next time, okay? After receiving a flurry of goodbyes from the children, Sora leisurely sets out from the park. I should keep following her. Oh shit. This is... The Outer Rim's partition comes into view. The gate to the Outer Rim will open soon. The central government has designated the area inside the gate as a danger zone. Citizens are advised to exercise caution and avoid entering the area by mistake. Thank you. Okay, now it is time for context. Let's mute this. Context time. Okay, if y'all haven't seen my videos before and you haven't seen my other streams, I'd recommend watching them in order yet again. But for those who don't know, the Ark is divided into two areas. The Ark is an underground structure that is the bastion and last remaining residents of humanity, deep under the earth, several miles. The Ark is divided into two areas. The Ark, which houses most citizens, and the Ark is roughly the size of Seoul, South Korea. It's huge. As well as the Outer Rim. The Outer Rim is where the outlaws are housed. The outlaws are people who don't have citizen ID chips and are regarded as subhuman and dwell in the Outer Rim, where they try to eke out a living in what is essentially a garbage dump, as well as a human garbage dump for the rest of the Ark. It's not really a great place. Obviously. Not really a great place. The heavy gate begins to slowly open. Also, the outlaws are forbidden from entering the Ark, where normal citizens are. Sora heads through the doors and out into the Outer Rim. I can't let her out of my sight. I follow her inside. After following Sora into the Outer Rim, the surroundings suddenly grew dark. It felt too dangerous to keep going with my vision impaired, so I took off my sunglasses. Looking up at the sky, it's nothing like the brightly lit Ark. Here, the ceiling is nothing but blackness, a clear reminder that this place is underground. They must not have their own Dome of Eternity here. So, context again, the Dome of Eternity is basically the ceiling of the Ark. It is essentially a giant display screen that displays the sky, or a false sky, and it also is responsible for regulating the weather in the Ark and can provide things such as rain, snow, and simulated weather. As I look around, between the worn-down buildings and flickering lights, I see people sitting in the shadows, stealing glances in my direction. Amidst them, Sora walks in casually, humming a tune. Let's fly, fly up high. I'm careful not to look anyone in the eye as I continue to tail after her. Sora confidently weaves through the labyrinthian series of alleyways. And she keeps singing. I must spare y'all because I suck at singing, obviously. It's even darker here than it was at the entrance of the partition, and I nearly lose track of her several times. But I manage to stay on her thanks to the sound of her singing. As I follow her between the alleyways for what feels like a long time, something feels really strange. Sora turns a corner into another alley. I follow her around the corner too. Huh? But no one is there. Her singing can no longer be heard. Where did she... Yeah! Huh. Someone hugs me from behind. Gotcha. Sora shoves me and I topple to the ground. Mommy? Sorry. Well, who do we have here? Captain? Sora? What's with the get up? Well, you're so cute. You even came disguised. You've been following me for a while, haven't you? Yes, Mommy, yes. Yes. You could have just asked to come along, you know. What are you doing following me around? You made me want to give you a good scare. Because it seems like you're hiding something, Sora. Me? What could I possibly be hiding? You're smuggling something. Smuggling? What's that? That's what happened during training. There was an incident where some of the supplies had been brought up from the surface disappeared. Oh, you don't say. You were the one who did it, weren't you? What makes you think that? Because of this. I show Sora the first message I received from her. You accidentally sent this message to me instead. I see. Sora stares at the phone. You have no idea how difficult it was sneaking this stuff in. Things didn't go smoothly this time, so they're really cracking down the inspections. It's getting harder and harder to bring stuff in. Oops. Guess I'm all out of excuses. Looks like you've got some pretty damning evidence. You leave me with no choice. It's time to silence you. Huh? Just kidding. What's the best way to handle this? If I show you something cool, will you keep this all a secret then? Are you trying to cut a deal with me? That's right, I am. I can't let the world know my secret. Not yet. And why is that? Why can't you let the world know what you're doing? Tell me why you're smuggling. And I'll think about whether or not I'll take the deal. Why is the reason so important? After all, it's easy to ignore just another sob story from a heartless smuggler. It's important to me. That's why I followed you all this way. I see. I wasn't expecting this reply out of you. Are you going to tell me or not? Sora bends down and leans in close. Fine. And you snuck another kiss. Okay, woman. Sora straightens up. It's a deal then. Now then, Sora reaches out her hand. Let me help you up. Okay. I take her hand and stand up. Shall we get going? Go? Where? To my secret hideout. I'll show you everything that you've been so curious about. Need to get a drink real quick.
I love the song. Astronaut Airlines.
Sora confidently bobs and weaves her way through the alleyways of the Outer Rim. We stop in front of an old, worn-down building. This is your hideout? Oh, heavens no. This is just one of the entrances. An entrance? That's right. This is just one of several entrances. Would you like to come in? Okay. Following Sora's lead, I step into the building. Shortly afterwards, ta-da! A surface elevator comes into view. Isn't this, as you might already know, there are actually a surprising number of abandoned surface elevators left in the Outer Rim. This is one of them. No one maintains it or really gives it a second thought, so it's free for anyone to use. The only trade-off is that you put your life on the line whenever you ride it. This is the elevator that the collectors use. Okay, tangent time. We need to provide context here. We need to, because we haven't even gone over this one before. Because it happened on a side mission of the main story chapters that we haven't really covered because it wasn't relevant until now. So the collectors. Who are they? Well, the collectors are a band of what some may call crazy individuals, because of what they do, who use surface elevators in the Outer Rim to ascend to the surface to scavenge for supplies and materials. Whether those supplies and materials be dead Nikke parts, relics, commodities, stuff needed to live, electronics, etc., in order to bring them back to support themselves as well as other residents of the Outer Rim. Because the Outer Rim doesn't really see a lot of like care. They don't have a lot of necessities needed for human life. So they have to resort to going to the surface where raptures roam, very deadly, risking life and limb in a place where even Nikkes struggle to survive just to get the stuff they need to live. That's who the collectors are. The collectors. Yep, many collectors load themselves into this massive rusty iron box, risking their lives as they ride it up to the surface, all in hopes of making a living. Of all the elevators around, this one is said to be the sturdiest and therefore the safest. On that note, Sora presses the elevator button. Why don't we take a ride up too? You don't need to worry about getting into an accident. We've already done multiple safety checks on this one. And besides, even if there was a malfunction, I'd do everything to make sure you're safe. Alright. The elevator door opens. Hop in. I get into the elevator with Sora. Okay then. The elevator door closes. Off we go. The elevator begins to ascend towards the surface. Your face tells me you have a lot of questions. Go ahead and ask. A deal's a deal. I'll tell you everything you want to know. Except for information about the hideout we're going to. I'm surprised how familiar you seem with the Outer Rim. Well, that's because I'm from the Outer Rim. Before I was in Nikke, I, like many other people in the Outer Rim, had no idea where I was born. But I did grow up in the Outer Rim. That's why I know it so well. I know the Outer Rim like the back of my hand, and I'm familiar with all its hidden secrets. I see. Anything else you'd like to ask? When did you start doing this? You mean the smuggling? Quite a while ago. Maybe a year or two after I joined the squad. Did you join Over the Horizon specifically for that reason? I know this may be hard to believe, but no. Ever since I was little, I was fascinated by the sky. That's why I joined Over the Horizon. The sky? Yes, not the Dome of Eternity, mind you, the real sky. I've always found it so beautiful. The real sky. I get it, it's hard to believe a word that comes out of a criminal's mouth, right? No, I believe you. I really like the sight of you, Captain. Here we are. Time to get off. Ta-da! Allow me to introduce you to my hideout. I look towards the direction Sora is pointing at. In between the crumbling buildings, I see a mountain of piled up junk and discarded items. This is your hideout. Oh, don't be so shocked. Here, come closer. It may look like a huge pile of trash, but the real treasures are inside. Real treasures? Right this way. Sora takes my hand and leads me deeper into the junk pile. Suddenly... is that a... Buried deep in the mountain trash, I see a small one-story building. Let's head in. I follow Sora into the small building surrounded by a mountain of trash. The walls are plastered from top to bottom with photos of planes and of the sky. One particular photo portrays a massive aircraft. Scattered amongst the photos are dozens of notes left by someone. What aircraft is this? That's the Wings of Victory. For those of you who haven't, are popping in now or haven't joined at the beginning, this is the Wings of Victory. A giant aircraft that also served in it as an aircraft carrier and basically a fully armed warship. When you say the Wings of Victory, do you mean, yes, the aircraft that was used long ago during the first Rapture invasion? We're talking about 110 plus years, 102 to 112 years ago. The same vessel that our squad is attempting to find. It's a very precious thing. One that must take to the skies again for the sake of humanity. I see. I'm sure Cielo recovered this during your training, but because of Stormbringer, our squad has been grounded for a long time. Since no one can even attempt to look for the Wings of Victory anymore, all we can do is keep supporting the resource gathering squad. Of course, if you ask, what kind of work, if you ask, that kind of work is meaningless. Well, I wouldn't say it's meaningless, but for the sake of our true goal, we can't just focus on one thing. We, the collectors. You see these messages? Sora points to the numerous notes posted beside the photo of the Wings of Victory. Coordinates: E211.05, desert. Traces found. Checked coordinates. No traces of the aircraft found, only ran into raptures. West 6.053, city. Traces found. Learn to tell the difference between a car and an aircraft, you morons. South 77.221, forest. Traces. Something that looks like a broken off piece of a wing. Seems like it could be from a different aircraft, not sure. There are too many raptors nearby, let's head there together next time. Hang on, are you saying the aircraft they're looking for is... That's right. These are all records of our past searches for the Wings of Victory. I didn't expect the collectors to be searching for such a thing. We are, and we have been for quite some time. Maybe a year or two after I joined the squad? Isn't that the same time you said you started smuggling? That's right. So, could it be that you were smuggling... Can you turn around? At Sora's request, I turn around. In one corner of the room, a stack of crates catches my eye. One of the boxes is open, revealing medical supplies and blood-stained bandages inside. Are those? They're the supplies I smuggled in from the surface. I just grabbed anything that looked useful. And look, I've got quite a collection. Is it all medical equipment? Medical equipment, food supplies, and exploration tools. And well, all sorts of other things too. If it's just stuff like this, it'd be better to get it properly as official support supplies rather than smuggling. From who? The central government? Haha, you know that's not possible. But surely Ingrid could help you. Ingrid being the CEO of Elysian. You're right. The boss definitely would have helped us behind the scenes. But our squad's already gotten plenty of help from her when it comes to searching for the Wings of Victory. She was the one who pushed the central government to let us do short aerial searches, just an hour each. She really went all out for us. But somehow, the central government flat out rejected even that. They refused so strongly, not even the boss could make them budge. And after that, they started piling us with support missions, just to keep us from even thinking about doing aerial searches again. They really went that far? Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? But come on, how could I possibly ask the boss for even more help in a situation like this? And if something were to happen to her just because she tried to help us, I would never be able to forgive myself. As for anyone else who could help us, collectors are viewed as dangerous, even by those in the Outer Rim. Well, let's just say we're not exactly seen in the best light. No one in the Ark would ever dream of helping folks as dangerous as us. We tried using our own money at first and everything we could think of, but it just wasn't nearly enough. I know it sounds like I'm just making excuses, but that's why I had to resort to this. Sorry for thinking of it so simply. Hey, it's okay. I know full well this isn't exactly a justified act. But if we didn't do this, there's no way we collectors would last as long as we do up on the surface. After all, we're talking about a place where it's difficult for even Nikkes to survive. Why are the collectors taking such a risk to search for the Wings of Victory? Because we want to live in the light. Don't people say that where there's a will, there's a way? Well, we're no different. We want to live under the real sky, where the light shines equally upon everyone. To make that happen, we have to reclaim the surface. And for that, we absolutely need the wings of victory. Without a doubt, we're the ones in the Ark who want it the most. That's why we decided to search for it ourselves. I see. Well, that's all there is to my secret. That's all I've got to say. Now, do you want to make a deal with me? I recall everything from the moment I met Sora during flight training up until now. The memories of flying paper airplanes with her. The way she saved me when I was in trouble during the turbulence training. Receiving that message she accidentally sent me. And every moment I spent tracking her afterwards. I remember the moment she suggested we make a real deal. And the decisions I learned about her after coming here. Suddenly a thought strikes me. Is all this really just a coincidence? Are you having trouble deciding? Can I ask you something? Of course. That message you sent to me by mistake. Did you actually mean to send that to me? We're implying it wasn't a mistake. What makes you say that? I figured out everything very easily. Too easily. You've never been caught smuggling before. So I think everything was handled way too carelessly this time. Wow, you really think so highly of me? But you got that right. I sent it on purpose. Why would you do that? That's because I just really wanted to show you this, Captain. I wanted it to be a memory you'd never forget. Why me? Well, if the Wings of Victory ever takes flight again, I figured you'd be the one piloting it. Now you're pulling my leg. I'm not. I really mean it. I truly believe you'll be the one flying that legendary aircraft. Why would you go that far? For me. Well, just looking at what you've pulled off with the counters, I could list a ton of reasons. But if I'm being honest, maybe it's just a hunch. Well, that's because up until this point, we've been the only commander who has literally pulled off, like, I don't know, 20 different major feats at this point. We're kind of a big deal. Maybe it's because I used to be a collector too. I can tell, you know, who's shining the brightest in the Ark right now, and who will actually treat us like human beings. That's why I want you on our side. Even if I had to make it look like a mistake, I was going to send that message no matter what. I wanted to grab onto the most promising lifeline we had and show them that we're what we're really after. Is that why you call me Captain? Yes and no. Yeah, I really do believe that you're the one who will lead us. But there's more to it than that. The first time we met, it honestly was just by chance. You came into my life at the most unexpected moment. So as it sounds, I guess you could say it was love at first sight for me. Hey, yo. That's why I started calling you Captain, and why I say it with so much affection. On that day, right then and there, I just knew it had to be you. Sounds crazy, right? I look at Sora's face, the same face that gave me medicine on that day I struggled to breathe. Yeah, I believe you. I believe that what you've told me so far is true. Thank you. Anyway, that's why I wanted to show you this, Captain, because I trust you, because I care for you. And now that you know everything, I'm not asking for some half-assed deal where you just turn a blind eye to the illegal things I've done. I want you to make a real deal with me. What do you mean a real deal? Feel free to report me to the central government or the ACPU for smuggling. I'll leave that entirely up to you, Captain, but no matter what, even if it costs us our lives, we will find the Wings of Victory. So when the day comes that the Wings of Victory soars again, all I ask is you don't forget the efforts we made. Remember the blood, sweat, and tears of those who wandered the surface to make this happen. And take us with you. Take us to that brilliant world beyond the horizon where the light shines down equally on everyone. I see Sora looking at me with a face full of trust. I see countless messages from collectors plastered on the walls, all desperate to find the Wings of Victory. My eyes fall on the crates of medical supplies Sora smuggled past inspections, and between those boxes a blood-stained bandage lies draped. I can see their longing clearly right before my eyes. Fine, let's make a deal. I'll turn a blind eye to the smuggling until we find the wings of victory. I swear that once we find the wings of victory, I'll never do anything like this ever again. Also, when the wings of victory takes flight once again, I won't forget you and I'll be with you, no matter what. Alright. I'll be waiting eagerly for the day that we find the wings of victory for you, Captain, and fly across the horizon together. Okay. Before we go into this final cutscene, since there is a bit of a time gap, we're going to go over a brief summary of the main body of the event. So, summary of the event's main body. We're going to go over this. Before we go into the final cutscene, which happens separate from the rest of the story, the rest of the event, we're going to go over and break down what has happened so far in this event. Also, I'll tell you when the next cutscene happens. First off, we officially make contact and do joint training with the Over the Horizon Squad, which is in charge of aerial military affairs and is the spearhead of aerial support for the central government. We also learned that said squad has also been given a secret mission to find the legendary aircraft used in the first Rapture invasion by the Goddess Squad, known as the Wings of Victory. Midway through, we catch on to what Sora is doing and therefore learn that she has been smuggling some goods to the Outer Rim. We learn at the end of this event that she was meant for us to catch on and that she is affiliated with the Collectors, who are jointly helping the Over the Horizon Squad, specifically Sora of the Over the Horizon Squad, in finding the Wings of Victory so that humanity can take to the skies again and continue the battle against the Raptures on the surface. We pledge to keep her secret and remember all the sacrifices they've made. Now that does it for the summary, so let's move on to the final cutscene before the final breakdown. So after the log happens sometime after the events of Chapter 30. I can only guess, but I want to assume that it roughly happens around 2 weeks to a month after we have been confirmed to have reclaimed Reclamation Site 01. As that is roughly the time frame that seems to have passed between us first setting up the optical camouflage around Reclamation Site 01, as well as the announcement and celebration throughout the arc of our success. So now that we've gone over that, we can go into this cutscene. A long time after that. Now, let's see, what messages came in today? Sora scrolls through her phone and stops at the message labeled Captain. Oh yeah, I remember now. That really happened, huh? For a long time, Sora can't take her eyes off the Captain's profile picture. Looking at this makes me miss him even more. I heard he's on a mission up on the surface. I wonder when he'll be back. Sora, what are you doing over there by yourself? Oh, nothing. I just miss the Captain, that's all. The Captain? Yeah, me too. Wait a minute. Hey, yo, why is she blushing like that? What did we do with Cielo? Hold up. What am I missing? Oh, by the way, have you seen the news, Sora? No, what is it? It's about Reclamation Site 01. What's that? Oh my goodness, you haven't heard the big news? Here, let me tell you what happened. Here you go. Sky holds out her phone. And now there's an announcer speaking. The Counter Squad has fulfilled the Ark's long-held dream by reclaiming a portion of the surface. Since the founding of the Ark, has there ever been another commander who has achieved so much? The central government has named this reclaimed area Reclamation Site 01 and highly praised the commander responsible for this accomplishment. Reclaiming the surface. Wow, that's amazing news. Because keep in mind, this is the first time that this has happened in 100 years of operations. I know, right? It's amazing. It's an accomplishment only the captain could pull off. The captain can do anything. Huh? Who's calling me at this hour? Is something wrong, Sora? Is it bad news? Oh no, it's nothing. Just something personal, that's all. I'll just take this call real quick. Sora hurries out of the room, then walks for a long while. What's the matter? Why are you calling me so late? A heated voice comes through Sora's phone. Wait, what? What did you see? You've got a photo. Okay. Sora ends the call. Sora looks at the photo she has just received. Can it be? In the photo, a massive airship, half buried in the ground, can be seen. We finally found it! Okay. Final rundown time. Okay. Let's break this shit down. Sora sees the news given to her by Cielo that we, the commander, have recaptured a portion of the surface, achieving a portion of humanity's long-held dream, as well as also getting news from the collectors that they have found the Wings of Victory, the legendary airship that their squad has been tasked to find. Now, this may be a bit of conjecture. I can only stand to guess, but this is a catastrophic reveal. Not only does the Wings of Victory airship still exist after 100+ years, not only is it still somewhat intact as far as we can tell, it has been discovered, which means that future story chapters or events could lead to us having a mission to reclaim the legendary airship for the sake of the Ark. But that's only conjecture from me. And there's no telling when it may happen. Because this game still has a rumored 7+ years of story chapters and events planned. And let's just keep in mind that in a little over 2.5 years, we have 38 story chapters. And there's a rumored, because this was leaked by someone at the company, and it's potentially credible that there is a rumored 7+ years of story chapters and events planned that they want to follow through with. So following the current long-standing trend, that is anywhere from 4 to 6 main story chapters a year, along with anywhere from, I think it's 10 to 20, anywhere from 15 to 20 events per year that may also be tied to the main story in some relevant factor. And knowing all that, one can only guess right now. So we can only guess about that right now. But that's huge. That is very huge. Okay. So that about does it for the video, though. I appreciate everyone watching. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe, as well as hit the bell for all notifications. This video was streamed live on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube /Icarus007. We will be doing more videos like this in the near and distant future until this story ends for as long as it continues. Like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next video. Stay cool, crew. Appreciate y'all for coming. Okay, so that does it for the recording. We've ended the recording. But yeah, this is a huge catastrophic reveal. And there's also, I would like to mention off, now that the recording is done, literally the slate for the next story chapters to release that I've been looking forward to for some time is anywhere from a week to 2 weeks from now. I think it's going to be on the I don't know, the 23rd possibly. Anywhere from the 17th to the 23rd. Let me unmute. There is a lot of story to come out. There is still a whole lot. But yeah, I don't know when the next story chapters are dropping specifically, but following the current trend and the fact that they're supposed to release this month, I'm expecting them to release in anywhere from the time this event ends in 4 days and 3 hours to 5 days from now. I'm expecting the story chapters to release 5 days from now, which means that we will then cover the story chapters either that Saturday or the very next Saturday after that. But there is a lot to cover, so they'll be releasing chapters 39 and 40, and I just want to point out, the chapter 38, when it ended, it was such a cliffhanger. Massive cliffhanger. I have been waiting for so long, and I'm so ready to cover those events. As for now, though, I think we're going to wrap up stream. I'm getting pretty tired, and if y'all can't tell, my voice is starting to die. Because it's really hard to project your voice for almost 2 hours. Do a full YouTube video voice for fucking 2 hours. Or, damn, I expected it to be 2 hours. We finished at an hour and a half. We finished up that video in record time. But anyway, for those of us on Kick, appreciate y'all for coming. Make sure you follow. And if you like the content, subscribe. I will see y'all next time. We're going to end the stream there. For those of us on YouTube, I appreciate y'all. And make sure you like the stream and subscribe. And the edited video version of this deep dive will be out on YouTube either tomorrow or a few days after the fact, once I get it edited down as much as possible.